Blue lotus of heaven. She crawls all the way from the mud and comes out into the fresh water. She fights with the darkest side of humanity to enlighten this world. She submits all her energy and breath into the majestic beauty of this world. She takes all the pain of others in order to become the true leader. She brings peace and justice on this planet Earth. She walks on her purpose to bring the message of love and light. She unites with the nature and animal kingdom. She brings peace and justice on this planet Earth. She also connects with the spirits and the unseen forces. She is your friend, mother, sister, and well-wisher. The blue lotus of heaven. Today I'll be drawing a painting called the blue lotus of heaven, and also I'll be sharing with you one of my favorite dishes called shrimp taco. Very easy dish, the shrimp taco. What is a blue lotus? Why is it so sacred? In Egyptian culture, blue lotus is known as the origin of life, the origin of birth, also the rebirth. In Egyptian culture, this flower is considered to be the flower of immortality. It is also connected with the sun god, and it is also a birth cycle. In Buddhist culture and spirituality, blue lotus is known as the flower of wisdom, the flower of light. And in Hinduism, this is known as the flower of divine beauty. It is also considered to be the flower of Vishnu, the god for protection. And also in ancient India, this flower is also known as the flower of purity. In Islam, this flower is known as the source of purity and beauty. And also this flower is known as the flower from heaven. So today I'll be drawing this flower from heaven, which is the blue lotus. And also in medical science, this flower actually will help you to reduce your anxiety, reduce you all your tension, stuff like that. It will bring happiness and peace. So this blue lotus of heaven, the flower of immortality, the flower of the source of this light of heaven, and also the divine beauty. Come on, let me paint my blue lotus of heaven. So for my blue lotus of heaven, I will be drawing it's just kind of like an imaginary version of heaven, because heaven is something we haven't experienced yet, but those who has been gone through the near-death experience, I'm sure how does the heaven looks, but it's still very hard. But heaven is something that is the paradise, the eternal life, the peace, harmony, the beauty of nature, the waterfall, the mountains, the beautiful forever flowers, the beautiful birds. It's all about peace, harmony, happiness, eternal love. So I'm just gonna start with my mountains on this side. There you go. It's my heaven. And usually the heaven or paradise is like considered to be the mountainous, and then on the side there is water and waterfall running, and then the flowers next to it. Wow, but that heaven can be on this planet Earth if you know how to live with love and light. So let me draw my heaven and then the blue lotus. So the colors I'll be using today are mainly green, blue, purple, yellow, and let me see, a little bit of red. Yeah. When you see the mountains far away, heaven. I'm sure we all want to be in heaven, right? Just gonna make it a little bit of this. More bigger mountains on the side. Color needs to be a little bit more. Wow, the sacred flower, blue lotus. If you see how many spirituality beliefs have considered this flower as the one of the auspicious flower. In Islam, this is the flower of purity, the flower from heaven. In Buddhism, this is the flower of wisdom and light. In Hinduism, this is the flower of divine beauty, protection. And in Egyptian belief, this is a flower of the origin of this life, the rebirth. Wow, such a sacred flower from heaven. So this is my mountains. So many mountains there in heaven. If you see far away, in our imagination, the eternal life, we all want to be in heaven. But in order to be in heaven, we have to do good work, good deeds. We have to treat everybody with love and respect. So these are, I got 3 of them here. I'm gonna add 1 more because right next to the mountain, there'll be water. So this is my imaginary heaven. So there's 1 more mountain here. So if you go far away, the mountains really starts to look bluish. But then when you are near the mountain, it looks green because there are so many trees, on the top of this mountain. So these are, wow, beautiful. So I'm just gonna do a waterline of this. Beautiful, lovely green. Let's see. Just gonna use the color more here. You see. That is heaven. Our eternal life. Long, long life. Millions of years. We can stay there if you do good things. If you walk on love and light. So this is my heaven on this side. Now I have to add, you see here, I need to add some of the, what's that called, the blue color, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for a longer brush. So the water is calm, nice, pure. It's blue, light blue. You see this water? Beautiful, right? That's the heaven, far away from the human world, right? The other side of this world called heaven. If you ever wake up around 3 or 4 o'clock at night, you'll feel that sometimes this world becomes heaven. You will see the connectivity with the universe. You will feel the divine presence. You will feel the God's presence. Everything is so quiet, calm. Even the insects, they are praying to Him, the Most High. Just those few minutes, few hours, truly heaven on earth. That is the ultimate prayer. It's the midnight prayer. So now I'm just gonna be clearing up my water here. You see this water? See, the Blue Lotus of Heaven is actually one of my poems from my book, Princess of the Tide, you see. So that's why I wanted to actually, recite that poem, The Blue Lotus of Heaven. If you can, I can show it to you here, The Blue Lotus of Heaven. All right, so we got that part. Now I'm just gonna be doing the blue water. Water so calm, so quiet, so calm. It's so blue water. I'll have more water here. Before that, I'm just gonna project the, you see this water, all blue water. I'm gonna add some more water here, beautiful blue water of heaven. Wow. Near-death experiences teach us the eternal love and light. So I'm gonna be just completing this water on this side. Wow. So now I'll tell you something very interesting. Wait a little bit more on this side of this blue water. Now, the interesting, the beautiful, beautiful blue lotus. All right, let's see which brush I'm gonna use. So now, this blue lotus can be in two colors. One is a light blue or a purplish color. So I'm gonna use a light purple. Yeah, sometimes they are, they're a little purplish and sometimes they're bluish. So there's my lotus. I'll have to put more water on this side. Need a little bit of brush. You see the lotus flower is inside the yellow, pink, and then it's like a starfish, right? Just need to improve here a little bit more. Yes, now it's better. You see, this very auspicious sacred flower is very interesting. You will see. Let me explain to you. So I'm just gonna put one more here. Yeah, right next to it. See that lovely, lovely flower, sacred flower. Need to increase this side a little bit more on this side. So the flower looks very vibrant. have to use my yellow color in the middle. See there? There you go. It looks, look at the beautiful blue lotus. Imagination, right? It's all about imagination. I need to add a little bit of this side. Sacred holy flower. It's truly. So now I have to just do this. The flower kingdom, this blue lotus, is that rare sacred flower that struggles so hard to come out from the mud underneath the water. It tries, it fights so hard to come out from that mud to the clean water, to the fresh air. So that's what resembles to be sacred. You have to struggle. You have to fight against all the odds, against all the challenges, and then you become pure, and then you rise above, then you come out to the light. So that's what this sacred flower, the blue lotus, teaches us, to come out from darkness with all patience, virtue, struggles, hard work, effort. Today or tomorrow, you'll be able to be just like this blue lotus, come out of the mud, of the dark, and come out to the world to resemble divine beauty.